Now, the Supreme Court, the apex judicial body, has declined to consider a petition requesting the government to take action against fraudulent religious conversions in India. The court, comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud himself and Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Misra, refused to issue a writ of mandamus to the government of India, stating that they would only entertain such a plea if there were ongoing legal challenges or prosecutions related to the issue. The petitioner, Jerome Anto, had asserted that Hindus and minors were being targeted and fraudulently converted to other religions. Again, that love jihad bogey,
Yes.
the religious conversion bogey, all of that makes its way into the fray again. You talk about Special Marriages Act, you talk about religious conversions, you talk about the thin line between them. How are you looking at this particular Supreme Court observation? Because the Supreme Court essentially says,
Yes.
look, I mean, we are the Supreme Court, but not everything is in our jurisdiction as well. Don't just thopify everything on us and expect us to come out with an observation which is going to be in the precedent that everybody then follows.
Right. See, I mean, again, very critical, very thin line, few gray shades also how to maneuver, this particular line when in religion is in question, and that too religious conversion, and that too fake in nature. Now, if you look at it, it's like poetry, thrice removed from reality.
Does a triple whammy exist?
A triple whammy. Well, I mean, see, the courts have to, and that's why this matter, which is in Supreme Court as of now, by the time it reached Supreme Court, the dimensions of it were so huge that the government had to actually change certain rules. If you remember, Amit Shah briefing the world that briefing the nation that new rules have been applied. So one of the rules puts actually criminal laws, IPC, if we talk about Indian Penal Code, there is a distinct rule amounting to equivalent to rape if a person changes his religion in a fake manner, marries a girl from a different religion and has sex with her. So that would amount to rape. So which means that fake religious conversions and the act done through it are now come under the criminal activity.
Right.
So Supreme Court obviously, while looking at it, and there are so many aspects to it, that they have to be careful first of all, and secondly, for a country as diverse as India, obviously there is a need to have very clear lines drawn as far as these situations are concerned. Otherwise, at times there has been incidents, Kabir, where innocent people have been caught on the wrong side of the fence.
No, certainly.
Or for that matter, the accused have gotten free just because
you're absolutely
long
right.
rope of
But a very peculiar conversation that took place inside the court premises. Take a look at this, Pankaj. Beg your pardon. It says a bench of Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justices Pardiwala and Manoj Misra dismissed the plea that was filed by Bengaluru-based Jerome Anto. The SC, Supreme Court says, we cannot entertain the plea filed under Article 32 of the Constitution. If there is a live challenge, we can entertain. But what kind of a PIL is this? PIL has become a tool and everyone is coming up with petitions like this, which is actually the kind of the case as well. Like if you just file a PIL and expect the Supreme Court to listen to you. The counsel for the petitioner claimed fraudulent conversions are taking place, targeting Hindus and minors. What should we do? Asked the counsel then. On this, the bench said, we are not in advisory jurisdiction.
right. Yes.
I mean, you don't come us for come to us for advice. If there is a live challenge, we'll think about it, talk about it. But don't come flying off with every Tom, Dick and Harry PIL, and we're not essentially a consultation firm.
Right. If you take a look at the number of pending cases that we have in our judiciary, for a country of 140 crore, it's more than 5 crores. Okay, the cases that are still pending. So the government, so Supreme Court obviously, but discouraging them to just file PIL and come to their quarters is something which obviously talks about the volume. But having said that, the live threat first, and secondly, the advisory committee is not there, but there are rules in place that clearly define and put these kind of acts of fake religious conversions into the ambit of criminal activity.